much. We honor you, Father, and praise you. Thank you for the people that are prepared the food for the meals that are things that are about to eat right now. I pray for the food that you have to the temple. Father, we love and we praise you and thank you in your son's name. Amen.
Amen.
So, you guys, it's awesome to be back. Last week I was out with a bit of a random gun. You know, like every time I go to the Bay Area and I come back, I end up sick. So, prepare for another sick time for me next month because I will be going back to the Bay Area.
Oh, man.
You were going to say I ain't going to go back.
I will be going from the 19th to the 24th to celebrate my son and my birthday. My birthday is the 17th and his birthday is the 27th, so we usually celebrate together. So I will be throwing him a party, and it's exciting. And we're going to be turning 7 years old. He's a big boy, and I'm just like, whoa, oh my gosh, he's tiny, bro. He's so big now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so crazy. So that face. But it's awesome. He's really a great kid, so he loves God, so that's just truly awesome. So tonight we're going to have a discussion, impromptu discussion, and we're going to be talking about fear. We're going to be talking about fear. Something that we're all familiar with, right?
Slide to this one.
Okay, so first question. Have you ever been afraid? This is a yes or no.
Yes. Yep.
Raise your hand. Have you ever been afraid? Alright, so everybody. Everybody.
Except Johnny.
So fear. That's good. That's awesome. Hey, I mean, you know what? It's something you're not fearless out there. I want to meet those people, right? Talk to them. What did you fear as a kid growing up? You get some questions there. Get some answers in there.
The dark.
Dark. Ah, yeah. I agree with you there. At least on the night light.
Ooh.
You ever seen these dogs? That. Jesse.
The dentist.
They were painful, huh? It was like, ow, they were like tucked in there. There was a scary movie about the dentist that would like kill people.
Oh,
when they
yeah.
went to go see the dentist. It's crazy.
What's it called?
Oh, no.
Sorry.
One of the fish type of thing.
How was that there? Yes.
I still have this fear, but bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Do you fear spiders?
Yep.
I don't like spiders.
Anything that crawls. I don't
Yeah.
do no type of God.
Yeah, you know, I have this. So I'm kind of afraid to put it out there, but I already prayed. God already knows this. I have this prayer. And I'll tell him, like, yeah, just don't send me to Australia. Because they have a lot of bugs there, and they have a lot of big spiders there that I don't really want to come in contact with. But see how God works is He works different. So the things that you have to not do for you, He ends up doing it. I'm like,
That's how I ended up here.
mission team. Hey Arthur, so you're going on a mission to Australia. Bye. Alright. Yeah. Okay. I'm struggling right now. But amen. You know. But yeah, they have a statistic where wolf spiders actually cause car accidents. That's crazy. And wolf, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a wolf spider, but they're big. Like, you see my hand? They're big as my hand. Like, and they can be bigger. So that's somewhere I don't want to deal with that. But, amen.
Can I share a story real quick? Hey, actually, yeah, bro. I was coming back from, I was coming back from Irvine, and I was on the freeway, and we were stuck in traffic. Bro, in the freeway, there was like, ahead of me, like, you could see like a bunch of like, I thought they were flies, bro. They were bees, bro. There was like a big old swarm of bees around there, yeah. And then for a minute, they started following my car.
Oh,
My car was
wow.
crying.
They're trying to find a nest.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, oh my God. like, good thing, yeah, good thing my windows were, and then I had the AC, but man, they were calling me for a minute, and then since I was like, bumper to bumper, I was like, they're never gonna go away, but they eventually did. But that's what it is. I was like looking side to side, like forward, backwards, like, but it could have caused an accident. You know what I mean? Like not just for me, but for somebody else.
A bee swarm while he was driving on the big freeway. Like a huge bee swarm. That's crazy.
No,
Thankfully,
luckily, yeah, thankfully, before I even got to the freeway, I put them up and turned on the AC.
Next question. What specific situations or things trigger fear? Yeah. What specific situations or things trigger your fear?
Uncertainty.
Yeah.
Uncertainty. Yeah. Roller coaster.
The unknown.
The unknown, yeah, we do fear the unknown. Any situation, yeah. I mean, it has to be like things to do. Don't embarrass me.
Abruptness, like suddenness.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, what?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty scary. I think, yeah, I was just scared of that too. I'm on the
Hey, Amanda.
at a music park, and then all of a sudden, look, unlatched. Oh my gosh. I'm holding on to this. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna try to, no, leave it. Like, I'm gonna hold on to everything's in me. You know what's the worst though? The people, the operators that like to execute.
Oh,
I like the feeling of that too.
There's been times where like they'll act like they're like messing with the people, and then they'll walk away, and all of a sudden, boom, look, bro, why you do that? So yeah, it's scary. Now, for the things that you guys said, right? Is this a rational fear or is it an irrational fear?
Irrational.
yeah.
Because you have to like, if I'm the stuff is sudden, I have to be prepared for anything. So it's like it makes me alert. Yeah. That fear to fight or flight. Yeah. You know. So I have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I would say rational because you're in a situation where it's supposed to happen. So it's like the tensions are low, but it's never zero. You know what I mean? It's like it could happen. So
Anybody else? Yeah, so if we're to ask, do you think fear is a good thing or a bad thing?
Can be either one. Good, so you can go.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm afraid of it. I would say,
I want to cuddle that bear. I want to give him a big hug.
I would say like to me personally, like I think in itself, when you think about it, like a lion or a bear or a snake, like I'm actually interested in what it is. But I know, right, I know that it kill me. I know it'll just like take one strike, and then all of a sudden my intros will be everywhere, right? And it's a lot faster than what they are. But I'm not afraid of it itself.
That's why zoos exist.
Huh?
That's why zoos exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so any other?
Wait, what was the question?
The question was, is fear a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh.
I believe you answered. You said it's a depends, right?
It's a good thing to grow.
I'll answer the ask.
Sorry, that's my fault.
I think fear is sometimes that it becomes bad if you let it predict something. So it's kind of like, for example, so I'm afraid of it's like a little phobia, so I start to hit, fall. But I remember one time Bill was all of my house. I was really like, I didn't win it. But and I didn't go to sleep. Like, for about 4 a.m. I like, flew outside of nowhere. That they would hall on me and get in my mouth. Like, I love it.
And you eat it by
So
accident.
I stayed in one part of the I didn't. I probably I didn't have no, I was like, what, 12? I had nowhere else to go at that time. So yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, but it prevented me from like, but it was good.
Brandon.
I'm gonna flip this one on its head
Okay.
and say that the fear is bad because the main thing is like, yeah, it works as a bit of like a brake check to kind of help you. But I think more often than not, that fear goes so far past that it inhibits you from being able to take in the stuff that you need, like to a point where it kind of just like kills you from having more experiences or more lessons come your way. And on top of that, you kind of miss out on a lot of stuff that life has to offer because you were too scared to do it. Whether it's like, oh, I'm too scared to hop in the water to swim, or I'm too scared to do public speaking, which is one that hits a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, how much more can you how much more can you come to gain if you were able to step outside of that fear and be able to actually do those things?
Wow. Yeah. I like that. That is true. You guys hear anything about fear? So basically, you think fear is a bad thing. And the reason doing it because fear can prevent you from actually doing things that need to be done. Right? Whether, there's cases where you have fear of public speaking, right? Which I'm sure a lot of us may have. I myself, I've had to work on public speaking, obviously, right? Being in the oh, I was like, did she just try to get me like this? But I've had to go over public speaking. So I definitely agree with everything, actually. I agree with everything you're saying. I think fear can be a bad thing. I think fear can be a good thing. For example, I'm 7-year-old son, right?
6-year-old.
Well, it's about to be 7 next month, so he's about to get. And he actually can be fearless, which, if some of you know, he's been around kids, can be a very, very, very scary, dangerous thing.
When they're fearless, that's when you get fearful.
Exactly.
Oh.
When kids don't fear things, they like to just like it doesn't matter what it is, right? They're like, I'm one of those parents. I like to, alright, that's fair. I've already told him once, 3 times.
I told you?
You gotta learn. If you don't want to learn from what I'm telling you, you're gonna learn on your own. And you're not gonna like it because I tried to help you. But
Book of OG, hard head nigga talk.
he touched me. He's like, oh, boom, boom. Not no more. You don't do the piano no more. Right? And, but the thing is, I had to teach them fear. Right? So fear in that sense is a good thing. It teaches people, like, I believe, Amanda said it, it teaches them sometimes control. In survival, right? It's just really, it's a really great tool. Let's go and move on to the next question. Now, is some of our fears something that we can control, or is it something that we have to accept?
Control.
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 Straight up control. I'm gonna say control.
Is some of our fears something that we can control, or is it something that we have to accept?
Something we can control.
Ready?
I think you can straight up control it. Straight up, you can control it. Because the reason I say that is because when you think about all the stuff that a person has ever been scared of, like 9.99 times out of 10, you weren't born with it. You learned it along the way. So if you're able to learn it, that pretty much means that you can come to unlearn it some way, somehow. Granted, we don't always have the answer immediately, but that doesn't mean we can't get there. So I think it was like, yeah, maybe you weren't born with a fear of spiders. You didn't even know what a spider was when you were born. It came somewhere down the line, so that means you can get over it. It was like, not to make it sound rude or anything to people who don't like spiders, but hey, you can conquer it.
Oh, yeah. He was talking to you. He was talking to you.
Chill.
That's straight rebuke.
She just don't want to believe the truth. She just don't want to believe.
You can overcome, right?
You see? That's because it's truth that you don't want to claim it.
Like Jay said, there's ways we can work around it. But there's so many things that are headed in our brain that just triggers us. And that just comes from emotional and just like past trauma. We're initially gonna have that trauma in our mind from whatever we hear. There is ways to work around it. But that's when we accept it. That's after we accept it. We start to learn to work around it and deal with it. But that doesn't mean it's going away or it's gone. It's just unlearning all that trauma is still there. Like, you know, it's not like you're not you can, like I said, you learn to work around it, but it's still initially it's still gonna be like if that suddenness of that fear just pops up, it's gonna be it. But if you're like, oh, I'm in this super buzzy dribble, oh, you got this apartment, you have roaches, what do you do? Don't get a apartment. Okay, you have that, you broke, you have to get this cheap apartment, so what it is, and they have roaches. You can find a way to learn to work around that fear. But if you have this sudden stuff that just comes up, oh, this is possible, you're scared. And then if it stays there, then you learn to work around it. But it's like, but after you accept it, it's there. You know? So,
I like
It's home, but I like the way she word it is.
I like all of it. Yeah, this is good. This is what I love about people that have different mindsets.
Relax, I want to.
And some agree, some disagree, but we're able to sit here and discuss without coming to violence, right? It's something the world needs to be able to do more, right? I don't agree with you, but I can sit here and talk to you civilized, right?
I don't want peace. I want problems. Always.
Where's that from?
I mean, you're like, what's up, bro? I mean, that's what you just said, right? But that's awesome. Let's go to 2 Timothy, and let's see what God actually thinks about Peter. 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7. Now, the NIV has a little different translation than the NLT, so I'm going to read the NLT. I'll read the NIV first, and then I'll read the NLT. Okay? 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7. Alright. So it said, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, and the good book reads, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." Wow. Right? Okay, the NLT reads, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." Again, self-discipline. Wow. I think self-discipline, that goes into control. That goes to do with control, right? And acceptance as well. But it says here, God does not give us a spirit of fear. That is not something of God. It is, now, there's its pros and cons, of course, right? Like we all discussed. Fear is a good thing, but fear is also a bad thing. Now, what is something that you guys fear? And just, we'll go around everybody. We'll hear from everyone.
Oh, no.
And we're going to start.
The dinosaurs come back to life. I'm just kidding.
Oh, what's one thing everyone's scared of?
We're gonna,
Oh, this one? What should I say?
I was gaslighting. I was. So we're going to start with Michael. And we're just going to go around.
Michael.
No explanation yet. So just one thing that you're afraid of today. Okay? We're going to get vulnerable with it. You know what? Actually, let me start this.
Yes, please.
Let me lead the way. Okay? So, one thing I would say that I'm truly afraid of.
Squirrels.
The way his eyes.
Ain't nobody scared of them.
What's that? What is he doing? You're not scared of anything? I'm just kidding. What?
I would say, so for me, is lately, I don't know, some of you may know, but lately the fear, there's been a lot of death I've dealt with in my family. And there's a bit of a trauma that has come along with that. So right now I fear certain people. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that is a phone call.
Alright, for me, I would say if I were to be locked up in a very small space.
Oh wow.
The fear of a spider crawling up to me at night and
Getting in your ear?
my mouth, whatever.
You can turn to Spider-Man, bro.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Only if you join.
But man, Jesse,
I think we're afraid of failure.
for failure. Okay, yeah, there you
Oh.
go. We can all relate.
I'd say dying unfulfilled.
Ah,
Oh wow.
okay.
I would say pick up your phone text message after someone calls you, just similar to yours. It's like, okay, they really talk to you. What's going on? What's happening? Like, pick up your phone. I'm trying to refer that text.
Yeah, I don't like those either. But I get that.
What'd you say?
for those. We'll talk later. We don't know what's about.
What'd you say?
I was afraid of one of those bees getting in or two or three.
What did you say?
Oh, same thing. I'd be scared of that.
Turning into B-Man.
If thieves were to come into my car.
I'll turn the venom.
Johnny.
Part of my identity is so
Oh yeah, mine got in some before. It happened to me once. They asked for my social security. I don't know why. Yeah.
Should we all be?
Shouldn't we all be?
Shouldn't we all be?
Shouldn't we all be?
What you said? Say you were afraid of being straight? What did you say?
Oh, the way she say?
Oh yeah.
Scared of what?
Bills.
Those phone calls be annoying. We're here to call you about your car's voice.
Oh yeah.
By the way, guys, let's give a round of applause and really give a warm welcome to our dear
What?
Ooh!
What is it? You should know? Oh, it's just.
Just that I figure what am I doing here?
That's so-
Ooh, damn.
We are a little older here.
A little bit.
Well, at least we know another thing.
I'm the second oldest. Kind of.
We are.
The oldest.
Good hearts.
Arthur, a new fear you found out.
No expose. Be nice to Bridget.
Think about it.
So that's all. I feel like we did it here. I like that. I think we can all relate to each other's fears. And there's rejection, being killed in general. Like, that's sick.
Did they charge you?
Oh, cool. I didn't go to a taxi. I didn't go to a taxi.
But yes, it's incredible. Let's take a look at 1 John 4:18. 1 John 4, and we're gonna read in verse 18. Alright? And the Bible reads, there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. Wow.
That's
Such
nice.
a powerful verse, right? So it is an eye opener, right?
Yeah.
But it says this. There is no fear in love. Where do we find our love? We find our love in God. We find our love in God. We find our trust in God. God is what helps you to overcome your fear. In any circumstance, any situation, God places people in your lives for a reason. Right? So you don't have to fear loneliness. You don't have to fear rejection. You actually have a family that accepts you. Right? You don't, when if you're doing too bad when it comes to paying your bills, you got a family that's gonna support you. But again, you gotta not fear certain things, right? You gotta speak up. right? When those times get hard, right? We gotta speak up for against our pride. 'Cause I know I'm pride. So, amen. But that's what the Bible entails. That we shouldn't fear. It's not of God to fear things. It's not a part of His characteristics. I think lately with the men, I've been going over it, but even Jason went over it last night. The characteristics, and I didn't hear one time fear. I didn't hear it. God is all powerful. He's all knowing. He's incredibly powerful. He's incredible. And it's incredible that I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why is you laughing?
The bubble gum. That was funny. But God is so incredible. And He's given us an opportunity to not fear things. Right? Let's go. Wait. I got one more question.
Ooh. Ask the question.
How much discomfort do you experience?
In what?
How
Fear?
much discomfort do you experience from fear?
Oh, discomfort. Wow. Sounds savage.
I guess it kind of depends on the fear. Like, if it's right in front of my face, I would think I'd be sweating and my heart would be racing and all that stuff. Actually, no, kind of the same thing if it's not in front of my face. But it's also depends, like, level of fear. Some fears I'm like,
How much discomfort do you face?
some fears are so much you can actually physically feel yourself, your thoughts are sweating, you have anxiety, you feel like you're gonna die. So yeah.
That's scary.
Just fear, a lot of discomfort. I feel like I get every time I feel like, I don't know. So the main fear that I came up with, like, there's a lot of unknown fears that we have. The main fear I come across first, and I truly believe it's a phobia because my body reacts genuinely reacts. Like I start.
It is a phobia.
Yeah, I start to itch my skin crawl and I start to cry sometimes. If I'm around, I really. Oh, I have a story. Anyway,
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
Oh no.
it's horrible. And tears, even if I'm like, oh my.
Yours?
Especially then, that's because you can't see them a lot of the time.
No?
So I
I know, right? I get that because whenever I see a lot of ants, I get itchy.
yeah.
Itchy?
It's,
Like,
it's like weird. I get heebie-jeebies.
So it's like very much a lot. Exactly, just a lot of discomfort. But I think other fears, like imagine it's like a running away fear, like oh someone's trying to grab me, whatever. That's more so that fear is more so of a chilling type fear. Discomfort because I think about roller coasters stuff like that. I don't.
Stomach drop.
Yeah, I don't fear that. I'm so excited in those moments. But in other times when I feel like someone's about to take me, I feel to feel more of that stomach drop and like the itchy crawliness and stuff like that I do with the vibe.
Okay. This is awesome. Anybody else? Brandon?
Let's see. I feel like it's a bit half and half because, yeah, there is this. Dang, Joe, let me get through the statement first. Let me cook.
Never
It's
get a
like,
straight answer.
no, because it's like there's a part of it that's a bit discomfort, but that mainly comes in the form of pressure. But in that same vein of pressure, also gives me a bit of like excitement because it's also a challenge to overcome it. Because usually when no, it's more no, because it's like I'd say we're very much built the same on this one because one of the first things that come to mind when you face any fear is I don't want to be scared of it anymore. It was like if you chose like, hey, Bridget, would you rather be scared of spiders for the rest of your life or not be scared of spiders? You would probably say I don't want to be scared anymore. So seeing that pressure when you come face to face with that fear and seeing and trying to see it as an opportunity to get past it and just leave it behind so you could just move on to something even better.
Do you, a bit of a follow-up question for you. Do you believe that there's some fears that no matter what, that we're just always going to fear them? Like there's certain things in our lives that we may have to deal with that we're always going to be fearful of.
Let's see. Honestly, I'll lean more to. I was gonna say I'd probably lean more to saying no on that one because it kind of just depends on how you choose to manipulate yourself into getting there. It's like there's a lot of aspects.
Let me be specific.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? So if you say if you're a parent,
Mm-hmm.
would you not have fear of your child getting kidnapped?
Oh.
There's always, you can do all types of like precautions. teach your child how to be aware of situations, be aware of stranger danger and everything, right? But yet, there's always that fear in the back of your head anyway.
That's a tough example to relate to.
Yeah, he's not a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure
Let's say I'm your son.
the child is terrible.
Yeah, very much.
So I'm pretty sure.
I would switch through.
I get what he's saying, but I just completely disagree with what he's saying. Because what I think y'all are doing is what he's saying. He's basically saying he believes most fear is irrational. He doesn't believe in rational fear. Like, at all. That's what it sounds like. And what you just said is a rational fear that he's trying to make sense of.
Yeah.
Because it's rational, and he's kind of like, oh, you know. But what I think he's just not understanding that he just doesn't believe that he doesn't fear is rational. Like, it's rational.
Oh no, I believe there are rational fears. I just mean like if you choose to, you can just choose to not be scared of it anymore. If you're willing to go through that trial.
I agree and disagree. Like there are some things you can choose to not do.
But I think there's just some
Everything
things you
that
choose to keep for safety's sake.
Yeah, but the safety part of it is rational. He believes in rational fear. Anything that's irrational,
Let's
in my opinion.
I know.
You know talk.
What, you want to talk to me about fear? Huh?
I learned how to swim at 40.
Same.
So yeah, I didn't have a choice about that. I just fell in the pool at my friend's house and it's funny because you told me like, bro, you weren't even like panicking or fighting. You just was like,
This is it.
I was like, this is it. I was sitting down.
He relaxed.
I was relaxed. right. No, I think that's what happened. So I started to like I was relaxed and then I was like, oh. And I yeah, and it is. But then I learned how to swim right after. So, and then I love swimming now. Swimming is like a full body workout. Like, it's amazing. It is an actual workout.
What was that?
If you want to like get a full body workout, go swimming. Like, yeah, exactly. But let's read. Let's close out here. Let's bring it back. 41 Isaiah. I'm sorry, Isaiah 41.
41 Isaiah.
41. 41:10. Oh. What? I thought you were turning. Oh yeah, May 2nd, May 17th. Y'all remember us, right?
When's your birthday? May what?
My sister.
Oh, hey, that's how y'all do it? Alright, just forget about me.
Don't forget, we have to tell you a graduation party.
We do. So Isaiah 41, that's crazy, man. Isaiah 41:10, something that we're all very familiar with. And just to encourage you all, right? Remind us. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Wow. anytime I read this, it just helps me to realize that I don't have to fear. You know, I may have some fears here, they may be rational, they may be irrational. When I read this, it encourages my soul and my heart to know that God, our Father, is with me, and He will hold me up to take on any battle, any situation that I may have to deal with, and He'll be right there with me. Because more than tell you, I go through a lot throughout the day, as I'm sure Genie was too, right? But I always go back to Isaiah and just I need it. I need that reflection. Because sometimes I can be fearful. I can be fearful. I can be fearful about a lot of different things, right? I can be fearful about hearing my business. But I don't want to stay there. You know? None of us should ever stay in that realm of thinking, of being fearful. We should always want to change that mindset and not be fearful. It's okay to be fearful. I'm not saying it's not, but don't stay there. And that is so Amanda Blue and I will be leaving very shortly. We're actually, we're going to be leaving very shortly. We have time with the Woodies. So we're about to go get our faces rebuked. So pray for us.
She's happy.
Pray for us.
It's okay.
But,
I'll pray for you.
But in the meantime, Brandon and Desiree will lead a bit of a sharing time for you guys. And
Sharing the bullshit?
You're the leader now. Whoa, hold on. De facto, maybe.
yes. So you guys, thank you very much, everyone, for showing up.
Johnny.
I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, let me get it. Honestly, I'll get up there. Oh, awesome. All right, so we can actually do Serenity.
Yes.
Was that in our
Yes.
All right, so actually, we got time, so we can do some shit. So,